Pregame.com.
Welcome back to pregame.tv. We're going to take a look at number 15, Tapiture, in the Kentucky Derby. And Chuck, Tapiture is a horse that going into his last race, a lot of buzz on this horse, ultra consistent. He was 6 for 6 in the money, but he didn't hit the board for the first time in his last race, finishing 4th in the Arkansas Derby. One thing that I'll note about that, and something we talked about on a horse in an earlier video, he had Joel Rosario, one of the top jockeys in the country, on him in that race, but it was the first time he ever rode him, and it was the worst finish that the horse had. They're going back for this race to the normal jockey Santana, and although Santana's not the household name that Rosario is, I like the fact that he's getting a guy that knows this horse inside and out.
Yeah, very interesting. And like you said, we talked about that on a previous video that you brought up. And we don't know this exact situation, but, maybe the owner was telling him, like you were telling your guy, hey, do this, do that. And he didn't listen. And he said he put his man back on with Santana, because we do know this about this horse. Way back when, out here, in Vegas here, we could bet the future on the Derby. There might be 100 horses in there, and we could bet them. And of course, if they're not in the Derby, well, sorry, you're out of your money. But this was one of the horses early on who took a lot of action. He was one of the big future favorites. And as of late, and I think the reason they maybe put Rosario on is because the second to last race before the Arkansas Derby didn't run really well. I think he finished in the money, but they weren't really happy with the way he ran. And then another bad race in his last race where he finished 4th. But this could be another one that could be a little bit of a sleeper here.
Like you said, yes, he was a buzz horse early. And, for those, like you said, not familiar with the future pool betting that's very popular with a lot of people here in town, because, if you're following the horse game and you have some horses that you got your eye on, you're getting some monster prices on these horses. And if you remember a couple of years ago when I'll Have Another One, the big buzz was that the trainer had put money down on the horse, and he was, 100 to 1 or 200 to 1 at the time?
Yeah.
And, it's always great. I know from being a horse owner that when my trainer handed me some money to go over to the other side and bet my horse, I felt a little better about the night.
It wasn't just words.
Yeah, it wasn't just words. And as my dad would say, it was time to take the rubber bands off and go bet. But this is a horse definitely that has the license to jump up, and I do like the move back to the regular jockey. He's got a racing style. He's coming from the 15-post position. He does have some gate speed that he could break from the gate, get out there to wherever he wants to sit, move over. I don't think he wants to go to the front. I think this is one of those horses that will break the gate, see where everybody's at, and try to drop over. And I think he'll be in that first wave behind the leaders.
Yeah, I think you'll see him, 4th or 5th right there, coming from the 15 post, really the 14 post now that, because of the scratch horse there.
Absolutely. Good stuff. Well, guys, that was all the preview of the horses we feel are strong contenders. Now, what's it all mean? Well, we got 2 more videos. You're going to get Chuck's actual picks, who he likes. You're going to get my picks. That's up next. Pregame.tv.